Free ye TV, whereby see he na honto, ye need don't pon I hum, but feel like what to boheme. Ye dog mouthful na guinness, ye dog ye jro, na quali ho na out a head defie to a heavy basime. He was so here, dodo, moro power, na son of pon, he basi you photo me see I hum de quick, he na we white. He basi you photo meton, moro power, na pon harupo. To any hebasi TV
about 7 hectares along St. Finbar's Road, Akoka, Lagos.
All of them still want to obtain a bachelor's degree, and there's nothing wrong in that. Normally, you can easily be admitted to the university for a 3-year program to obtain bachelor's of education in industrial education or bachelor of technology in education. Right now,
vocational education also available are professional diploma in education and pre-NC programs for remedial students wishing to study at the college.
I'm running the 3rd year now as provost of this college, but actually I started as a lecturer in this college in 1982. So I've spent over 33 years in this need skill as a youth. And here is the opportunity for you to have a skill that you can be self-reliant at the end of your graduation, and you can also be a technical teacher. Then to the parents, most of our parents, they do not know the importance of technical and vocational. They think it's for dropouts. It's high time we realize as parents that we need to equip our wards, the youth, with skill. All the Asian tigers that we call them, they improve their economy by vocational and technical education. All the products they are bringing here, most of them are produced by technical students in those countries. So we need to encourage our children to go into technical education. We should not feel that it's only for those people that cannot go to university. We should know that sky is the limit. They can get up to PhD in technical education.
And that's the size of the program. We'd like to thank you very much for watching. We also thank our sponsors for their continued cooperation. My name is Emmanuel Oreidanius. God bless you.
Was signed in 2013. This is based on the recognition about the huge, we have about 2,000 kilometers of border between us and Cameroon. And with that length of border, both maritime and road and land, we have a lot of challenges, security challenges, criminal activities, and of course now terrorism. So based on that, Nigeria and Cameroon decided to go into agreement to combat this criminal activities and of course terrorism, and also try to put together a mechanism for efficient border management, for peaceful coexistence between our two communities. That's why we're here. This is the second session. The first session was held in Yaoundé, Cameroon. And we agreed that every 6 months we should meet. So this is the second session, which we held in Abuja. It was well attended. It was, on the side of the Cameroon is chaired by none other than their Minister of Interior. On our side is headed by a Major General from the National Security or Advisor's Office of the National Security Advisor. And this second session, we mainly looked at assessment of all the agreements, assessment of areas of implementation. Actually, this second phase is for implementation of what we have agreed.
In broad terms, what have you agreed, and what do you hope to implement?
Well, there are key areas, key scope. One is an exchange of information. The second, and in the exchange of information, we are much assisted by the Paris meeting, the Paris summit meeting between heads of states, where a fusion center of countries, Cameroon, Nigeria, Benin, Chad, and Niger, are now to pull together resources and have a center where information and intelligence can be shared. That is an area that is very, very important, especially in fighting insurgency. You know that insurgency is more or less a war of intelligence, a war of information. So this is a key area where there is no disagreement. It's agreed all across the board. So we have this fusion center and the transborder.
Where will it be?
The fusion center is just being agreed. It is going to be hosted in Abuja. But all the participating countries will contribute liaison officers to this center. The intention is have a good database to also exchange information, and more especially where joint operations are concerned, where if one country is planning an operation, we'll have to share information so that all countries can do it simultaneously. The whole intention is to be able to combat criminal activities, terrorism, piracy, which is also another key issue, trafficking in small arms and light weapons. That's a very major problem. You know that small quarrels become bigger when there's availability of arms.
Is there any timeline? Did the meeting come up with any timeline when this fusion center will be operational? Because the crisis, the challenges are increasing day by day.
The fusion center is actually not strictly under the purview of the transborder agreement. The fusion center came out of Paris. That's the Paris summit. So the timeline after London, after Paris, there was also a ministerial meeting in London. Almost immediately being implemented some of that. But if you like, the highest frontier or the next frontier is the issue of piracy, kidnapping, and that is also a very important one. But that too, I must say that there was a summit in Yaoundé, which our president attended, Gulf of Guinea Summit on Security and Safety. This is to have safety on our maritime, to allow ship and merchants to this thing. So these issues are as important, and we
this area to make life more bearable for the average Nigerian on the street.
First of all, we have 4 million Nigerians in Cameroon. I think resident in Cameroon. I think we
residing mainly in
Douala,
Yaoundé.
they are mainly in the big cities: Douala, Yaoundé, Bamenda, and of course in the north. I think ever since I knew the relationship of Nigeria and Cameroon, this issue of gendarmes have always been a key issue and a key irritant. And it is something that engages us very much in the Nigerian missions. We have 3 Nigerian missions in Cameroon. We have one in Douala, one in Buea, and I'm sitting in Yaoundé. So it is a major issue for us. Some of it, if you like, is out of ignorance, and some of it is also some overzealousness on the part of the police. But one thing that is very important, and I have no doubt, no reason to doubt the assurances that I get all the time from the official channels, from the government, and that this is not something that is targeted against Nigerians. And I have no reason to doubt that. And each time any Nigerian has a problem and reports to us and has evidence, and we've taken it up with the authorities, they have always swiftly responded. They do have quite a few things that are different from us. I think Cameroon collects tax better than we do. Cameroon has much better control about permits, resident permits. This is one of the areas in which our people have problems. Cameroon also, if you like, what we used to do, go to the markets, collect make sure businesses are registered properly, and so on and so forth. But the key
control system.
Yes, and so this is where usually people have problems.
Also
and
to have their ways.
And yes, and we try to educate people and say, if you need a residence permit, don't leave it until it is 2 weeks before it expires, because then you become desperate. And then if you meet an unscrupulous police, then you become a meal ticket for that kind of person. There are some, like we have in Nigeria, there are some police and some official that wants to always take advantage. But I think this has improved. We must acknowledge that this relationship with our has really improved. We always ask them to be law abiding. Once you're law abiding and anything happens to you and you come to the High Commission and you have evidence and we present it, we've always been attended to. So,
Your Excellency, I'll take you back on